Welcome to Sports Day Tribune, where we're diving into the playful banter between WNBA stars Nneka Ogwumike and Dearica Hamby over Angel Reese's Momma label. Before we jump in, we're on a mission to reach 1,000 subscribers. Your support means more content, so hit that subscribe button and join our growing community of sports enthusiasts. Hey there, sports fans! Noah here, and boy, do we have a lighthearted story for you today. It's not often we get to peek behind the curtain and see the playful side of our favorite athletes. But that's exactly what happened in the aftermath of the WNBA All-Star game. Let's set the scene, shall we? Picture this: the Footprint Center in Phoenix, Arizona, buzzing with excitement as the WNBA All-Stars face off against the U.S. Women's Olympic team. The crowd's on their feet, the energy's electric, and in the midst of it all, we've got Angel Reese, Nneka Ogwumike, and Dearica Hamby putting on a show. Now you might think the story ends when the final buzzer sounds and the WNBA All-Stars clinch a 117-109 victory. But oh no, my friends, that's just where our tale begins. You see, in the world of professional sports, the game doesn't always end on the court. Sometimes, it spills over into the digital realm, giving us mere mortals a glimpse into the camaraderie and humor that bonds these incredible athletes. It all started innocently enough. Angel Reese, fresh off her All-Star performance, decides to share a moment with her fans. She posts a picture on Instagram from the press conference, standing shoulder to shoulder with Dearica Hamby. Now this is where things get interesting. Hamby, clearly feeling the love, drops a comment that would spark a playful war of words. She refers to Reese as Mini 5 and herself as Momma. Now, let's pause for a moment and appreciate the beauty of this interaction. In a world where professional athletes are often portrayed as larger-than-life figures, here we have a touching display of mentorship and friendship. Hamby, the veteran, taking the young star Reese under her wing. It's heartwarming, isn't it? But wait, there's more. Enter the wild world of social media, where fans are always ready to stir the pot. One eagle-eyed user spots this interaction and decides to throw a little fuel on the fire. They screenshot the post, along with Hamby's comment, and tag none other than Nneka Ogwumike. Now, if you're not familiar with the dynamics here, Ogwumike and Hamby are teammates on the Los Angeles Sparks. So, this fan, with a mischievous glint in their eye, suggests that Ogwumike should fight back against Hamby's claim to the Momma title. Now, lesser athletes might have ignored this, but not our Nneka. Oh no, she's game for a little friendly competition. So what does she do? She fires back with a screenshot of her own, showing her and Angel Reese sharing a laugh on the bench during the All-Star game. It's a power move, folks. Ogwumike's essentially saying, hey, I've got a connection with the young star too. But Dearica Hamby? She's not one to back down from a challenge. She comes back swinging, armed with her own piece of evidence. She shares a screenshot of Angel Reese referring to her as Momma D. It's a bold counterattack, a clear statement that she's not giving up her Momma status without a fight. At this point, you might be thinking, Noah, surely this is where it ends. But you'd be wrong, my friends, because Nneka Ogwumike has one more ace up her sleeve. In a move that perfectly captures the playful nature of this entire exchange, she fires off a final salvo. And I quote, D, take your Olympian to bed. Now, let's unpack this for a moment. It's a masterclass in friendly trash talk. In one short sentence, Ogwumike manages to acknowledge Hamby's impressive achievement of making the Olympic 3x3 team, while also playfully dismissing her claim to the Momma title. It's the verbal equivalent of a gentle elbow to the ribs, followed by a warm hug. This whole exchange, while seemingly trivial, gives us a fascinating insight into the world of professional women's basketball. It showcases the bonds that form between players, even as they compete against each other on the court. It's a reminder that behind the fierce competition and athletic prowess, these are real people with real relationships and a great sense of humor. But let's zoom out for a moment and consider the bigger picture. This playful banter over who gets to claim the Momma title to a rising star like Angel Reese speaks volumes about the mentorship culture in the WNBA. We're seeing established veterans like Ogwumike and Hamby not just competing on the court, but also investing in the next generation of talent. They're taking young players under their wing, offering guidance, support, and clearly, a healthy dose of humor. And let's not forget Angel Reese in all of this. Here's a young player who's clearly made an impact not just on the court, but in the hearts of her more experienced peers. To have established stars playfully vying for the role of her mentor, that's a testament to Reese's talent, personality, and the bright future she represents for the league. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, Noah, isn't this just a bit of social media fun? Why are we spending so much time on it? And to that, I say, absolutely. It is just a bit of fun. But it's also so much more. In a world where sports news is often dominated by contract disputes, injuries, and the pressure of competition, isn't it refreshing to see this side of our athletes? The side that jokes around, forms friendships, and doesn't take itself too seriously? This kind of interaction humanizes these incredible athletes. It reminds us that behind the highlight reels and the stat sheets, there are real people with real relationships. People who laugh, who joke, who engage in silly social media exchanges just like the rest of us. And in doing so, it brings fans closer to the game and the players they admire. But let's take a moment to appreciate the skill involved in this exchange. The timing, the wit, the ability to land a joke without crossing any lines. It's all there. Ogwumike and Hamby aren't just exceptional athletes. They're showing off their comedy chops too. Who knows? Maybe when their playing days are over, we might see them trying their hand at stand-up comedy. I, for one, would buy a ticket to that show. Now, I can already hear some of you saying, but Noah, what about the game? Wasn't there an actual basketball game played here? And you're absolutely right. Let's not forget that this whole delightful exchange came on the heels of a thrilling WNBA All-Star game. The WNBA All-Stars, including our protagonists Ogwumike, Hamby, and Reese, put on a spectacular show, defeating the U.S. Women's Olympic team 117-109. This game was a showcase of the incredible talent in women's basketball today. It was a back-and-forth battle, with both teams trading leads and highlight reel plays. The Footprint Center in Phoenix was rocking, with fans treated to a display of skill, athleticism, and competitive spirit that epitomizes the best of the WNBA. And isn't it fitting that this game, a celebration of women's basketball, should be followed by an exchange that celebrates the relationships and personalities behind the sport? It's a reminder that while the game itself is important, it's the people who play it that truly make it special. As we wrap up this story, I can't help but feel a sense of excitement for the future of women's basketball. We're seeing a beautiful blend of established stars and rising talent, of fierce competition on the court and warm friendships off it. The playful exchange between Ogwumike and Hamby, centered around their connection with Angel Reese, is just a small window into this world. But it's a window that shows us a bright, engaging, and thoroughly entertaining future for the sport. So, what's the takeaway from all this? Well, for one, it's clear that the WNBA is in good hands. With veterans like Ogwumike and Hamby setting the tone both on and off the court, and rising stars like Reese ready to carry the torch, the league's future looks bright indeed. Secondly, it's a reminder to all of us fans to look beyond the box scores and the highlight reels. There's a whole world of personality, friendship, and yes, playful rivalry that exists alongside the competition. It's these human elements that can deepen our connection to the sport and the athletes we admire. And finally, perhaps it's a lesson in not taking ourselves too seriously. In a world that often feels heavy with expectation and pressure, especially in professional sports, it's refreshing to see these athletes find moments of levity and fun. Maybe we could all take a page out of their book and remember to laugh a little more, even in the face of competition. As we close out this story, I can't help but wonder, who will Angel Reese call Momma next? Will Ogwumike and Hamby continue their playful feud? And most importantly, when will we see the three of them on the court together again? One thing's for sure, I'll be watching with bated breath, ready for the next chapter in this delightful saga. This is Noah for Sports Day Tribune, reminding you that in sports, as in life, it's not just about the game. It's about the stories we create along the way. Until next time, keep your head in the game and your Twitter fingers ready.